I'm Tori Prokup. I'm the manager for the Center for HumanKindness at the Columbus Foundation, and I am thrilled to talk to Clark Kellogg, our governing committee chair, about Columbus Foundation and just your experience here. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Clark Kellogg, obviously, as Tori just mentioned, chair of the governing committee. Honored to be in that prestigious role. Great to be associated with the Columbus Foundation for all of the great work that the folks here do to uplift and move forward the citizens of our community. And I'm thrilled to be able to hang out with you, a fellow Buckeye, a former athlete. It's my pleasure and honor to have a chance to visit with you, Tori.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad we're both here in Columbus. It's a city of greatness and excited to get to carry that forward with you. There's a phrase in athletics that you need to be ready so you don't have to get ready if called upon. Do you think that applies to our work at the foundation, and how?
I think that's universally applicable in life, and certainly here at the foundation, because of the platform, the influence, the number of folks that make the foundation as special as it is, and the mission of being able to uplift people in our community and the community itself through philanthropy means that you always have to be ready in order to respond to the unexpected and unpredictable things that typically come our way. The habit of being prepared and preparing yourself on a daily basis gives you the resilience that you need and the focus that you need to be able to handle those detours and turns and unexpected occurrences that are inevitable.
So you're well known in the community and beyond as a former Ohio State basketball standout and first-round draft pick for the Indiana Pacers, and now as a longtime college basketball analyst for CBS Sports. So what are some of the lessons that you've learned through your experience as an athlete, and how do they continue to shape you today?
Being a self-starter and recognizing that you have some level of control, not of what's going to happen, but you have control over your work rate and work ethic, your effort. You have control over your attitude and the level of faith you're going to have in yourself and your teammates and coaches. And those are controllable things, attitude, effort, and faith. And those are transferable and life influencing and life lasting. And then also, you get immediate feedback in the world of sports, typically, whether it's a practice or a game competition. You kind of know where you stand. Was it a good day? Was it an average day? Was it an excellent day? Was it a bad day? And you get a chance to restart. And I think that's important, that in a long race, you can't get hung up on one step, but you just have to keep taking the steps. And that's a lesson that I've taken to heart from athletics, that you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some tough ones, and there's a process involved in growing and staying with it so that you give yourself a chance to perform at your best level. And you need other people. I mean, you were a synchronized swimmer, that's a team sport. I was in basketball, it's a team sport. Even in the individual sports, you still need other people. You need coaches, you need trainers, you need folks that support you. And so the value of team is something that I've grabbed hold of from my athletic journey and continue to apply in this role with the Columbus Foundation as a GC member and a governing committee member, and also as chair of the governing committee.
So you're passionate about giving back to the community and supporting a variety of youth and faith-based programs and organizations. So where do you find your purpose in service to the community?
My entire purpose is grounded in my relationship with God through faith in Christ. I became a Christian in 1986, and for now almost 37 years, that's been the central driving force of my life, who God says I am through faith in His Son Christ, and how that's to permeate every aspect of my being as I continue to surrender to God's sovereignty and rule and reign over my life. And even though I'm flawed and imperfect, I do have an anchoring there that guides me in life being a stewardship. My entire life is a stewardship, as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, as a person in our community, as a teammate to my brother. In every single aspect of my life, I view it as a stewardship. God has gifted me with first life and then abundant life in His Son, and He's given me additional gifts in work, in notoriety, in visibility, in health, and those are all to be shepherded for the greater good. I think all people should be generous, even more so when you're tethered to the greatest gift giver of all. That's the central driving force of how I attempt to be and live.
You first joined the governing committee in 2020, so a big year. From your perspective, why do you think the Columbus Foundation plays an essential role in community, especially during challenging times like the one we've seen?
My goodness, 80 years of existence and having an impact and having a focus on really moving the people in the community forward through philanthropy, through supporting organizations and people that are doing good work for the purpose of elevating all. And that to me is a tremendous privilege and responsibility. And the Columbus Foundation does it at a really high level because of the people, leadership, Doug Kreidler, his staff, the entire team. And so I look at it from the standpoint of elevating people so they can be their best. And having an opportunity through the thousands of donors who give generously to help make that happen. The supporting foundations, and there's just so many components, but it's basically people loving each other and then using their gifts to help meet needs that help people move forward. And the Columbus Foundation is a shining star in that regard.
The Central Ohio region is on the cusp of significant growth and change, news to no one. How do we as a community make sure we're ready for the opportunities and challenges ahead?
I think it's collaborative leadership in a phrase, the various entities, institutions, leaders coming together to hear and to know what's needed and to be able to collectively and collaboratively prioritize what, in order of magnitude, what those needs are, and then to involve the people that are going to be part of the change and be impacted by it, to involve them, the human-centered design approach, so that folks, everybody at the table, contributing to how we best move forward. We've got to be solution-centric. We can't be paternalistic. No one owns this. We all share in it, and we all have to contribute to it, and we have to be willing to allow everybody to have a voice. And you've got to be willing to take the time to get everybody's perspective, and then be focused on what's the greatest good we can do for the most amount of people in the best way. That should be the North Star and the driving force. And we need to lean more into collaborating and uplift and moving forward and being solution-centric.
Yeah, I think that's one of the greatest things about Central Ohio is we have this kind of Midwest values of everyone at the table, and let's all
And these changes that are upcoming are real challenges. I mean, and there's going to be some there's going to be some pain, there's going to be some discomfort, and being able to navigate that effectively is going to really require the very best of our collaborative spirit.
What are 3 of your favorite things to do or see in Columbus?
Wow, there's so much. I love this. This is a hidden gem. Friends of mine come from different parts of the country and they spend a day or 2, 3 here, and they're like, man, this is a nice city. Because we've got everything. We've got arts, we've got music, we've got sports, we've got business, we've got diversity of business, we've got great neighborhoods, parks. I mean, we've got it all. There's so much. I enjoy some of our parks. I like to spend time on occasion just going to Sharon Woods Park or McNamara. I live in Westerville, and just hanging out. And then, but also, date day is Thursdays for Rosie and I. Love doing that. Obviously love attending Ohio State sporting events, primarily basketball, football, and women's volleyball. I keep track of the others. I took in my first tennis match a couple years ago, loved it, got to get back. They had a great year this year as well. I'm an avid golfer. My wife just started playing about 5 years ago. Two of my 3 children play. So I enjoy the fact that we have, for our per capita, the quality of public and private golf courses in Central Ohio. Those would be 3 if I was limited to just picking 3. Thank you, Tori. Just great to visit with you. Great to get a chance to meet you. So appreciate the work around kindness, because we all have the capacity and ability to do that in ways large and small. And this foundation is about that as well as all the other work that we do. So I love it. Love
Thank
it.
you.